It's Sunday. It's a Savedish thing. And you are locked in to the Savedish Sunday podcast, where faith meets real talk, with comedians Bill the Billionaire, Monique Latise, and Pastor John Page. Just that come as you are, church. I hope you're ready. It's the Savedish Sunday podcast. People, we are back. It is Sunday, and you are now tuned into the Savedish Sunday podcast. I'm your host, comedian Bill the Billionaire, but I don't do this alone. I got my family with me. So come to the stage, give it up for our sister, Monique Latise is in the building. And we also got our pastor, Pastor John Page is in the building with us, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. Each and every Sunday, right here at 6 p.m. Welcome to the Savedish Sunday podcast, people. Welcome to the Savedish Sunday podcast. I hope it's a good day for y'all. It's a good day for us. Welcome to the new viewers and welcome to, again to our faithful listeners. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Aspire Living Network. People, Monique, Pastor, how y'all feeling? How y'all doing?
Good. I'm doing real good.
That's always a good thing. That's a good. I gotta ask. How was y'all Super Bowl weekend?
Oh man,
let's talk about it. I think there's a lot. Dag, you had a thumbs down, Mo?
Yeah.
What?
I didn't get invited to any Super Bowl parties, and I'm pissed about it.
Oh, okay. Dad, you might need new friends.
I know. I absolutely.
That's terrible.
Friends.
You want to know what me? I was upset because I had a show. I accepted a show like months ago and not knowing when the Super Bowl was. So when I came to my calendar, I was like, nah, this has got to be wrong. I put it on the wrong date. And no, I had a show. So I actually stopped by. One of my friends had a Super Bowl party. I stopped by there, got some food, you know what I mean? And then I went to the Super Bowl party. But now listen to this. I get to the Super Bowl party. Get to the show, picked up my cousin. I had one of my hoodies on, some nice jeans and some sneakers. My cousin had a little button up, little jacket, jeans, sneakers. We get to the spot, valet parking. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm getting worried. The elevator opens, this lady in all glitter comes out. I said, I don't think we dressed for this occasion.
Oh, wow.
Yo, we go up the elevator. I swear, it was a black tie event. I said, oh. I said, so, and when I mean about 250 people in there, black tie, and I'm like this. Well, they just gonna get this right here.
I think comedians can come like that, though.
No, not in that. Like, I did, and I did my thing. But the thing is, it worked for what it was. Because the first thing I said, I came out to some hype stuff, and the host was doing this thing, and they was rocking with him. He had just a suit jacket and some jeans. They thought he slick. But I go up, and the whole crowd was real quiet. I was like, all right, cut. I said, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I apologize for my attire, but I just came from a Super Bowl party where I thought y'all would be at. Because there wasn't no TVs. It was a 50th birthday party. So that joke was crazy. But then I just went back to the party right after. And I got there right after halftime. And I watched the halftime show.
Yeah.
What is y'all reaction to the halftime show?
Man, listen. That's the only reason I watched it. So I have no dog in this fight. Actually, I was, it's Black History Month, so I'm rooting for everything black anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And but I couldn't tell you, in terms of who was going to win or any of that kind of stuff. So I wasn't really hype about that. I was hype about the halftime show and what kind of performance that the prophet, in my mind, Kendrick Lamar would give for the Saints. And as soon as the halftime show was over, after looking at the halftime score, I was like, well, this is, game over.
I'm good.
So I turned it off. I watched something else.
Yeah. How about you, Mo? How you feel about the Super Bowl halftime show?
Well, first of all, the Eagles don't play no games at all. Like, they came in and demolished.
They whooped them.
It was a whooping.
That was different. That was like, and I always, I'm not cheering for the Eagles. I'm happy for Saquon, but it still hurt to see them win. But I'm happy for Saquon doing that. But they wasn't, like you said, they wasn't playing no games. That was for a Super Bowl.
That was something different.
Yeah,
it came in whooping.
It felt personal.
Facts.
It did, and I kind of feel like they always win. If they don't win, the whole city of Philadelphia gonna go off.
Oh yeah, they would have been miserable. They needed to win. That's Philly. They get different. They ruin their own stuff when they win too. Like I saw them still breaking stuff down. I was like, yo, I didn't get it. But all this controversy over the halftime show, we got to talk about it. Like,
yeah.
All right, let's start here. Let's start here. From 1 to 10, what would you rate this Super Bowl performance? 1 to 10.
I think you got to like even put that in categories.
I see. I see. Okay, I can agree with that
because in my mind,
it
wasn't the most entertaining.
Okay.
Performance.
Agree.
But that was the point for it not to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was the most revolutionary and thought-provoking performance that I've ever witnessed in my life.
Mm-hmm.
In my years of living, I have never seen a black fist go up. I've never seen such blackity black, just in front of, and I think the timing is so right and right for everything to just take place, man. For me, it was phenomenal, man. I was sitting back just as proud and blackity black. And
yeah.
So, Monique, how you feel about it?
I agree 100%. You well said. The only thing, if I can be honest, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this.
Nah, say it.
The only thing that I really didn't like was, I don't know, the big beef thing, the diss. I really didn't like it on that platform.
Okay.
That's my song, right? Mm-hmm. That's my song. When it came out, I knew it was a banger. I wrote a rap on it, off of the beat.
Mm-hmm. So I did my on the couch video to that joint.
So I knew it got Grammys. I get it. But I just feel like that wasn't the place to diss that man like that. And I felt bad.
You felt bad for Drake, or you felt bad for what you feel bad for?
I just felt like, that kind of platform to be that type of beef between, two rappers on that at the Super Bowl. It just kind of like
I mean,
look, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna tell you, I was cool with it only because it was more than about Drake. You get what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. Like, hey, you just fell in this whole thing now. The people, I got to give the people what they wanted. But I feel like
I get it. That part I get, and he really did. But I just felt like it wasn't the platform to me for that type of diss record. Like, I just didn't think. But I understand that song is number one. I get it.
But there was more things in that song that meant more. It was about Drake, but then there was a lot of stuff in there that
just talking about him being a pedophile. Like, I just felt like it just didn't send the good signals out to me. I didn't feel good. The lyrics did not make me feel good on that platform.
I get you. Now, see, for me, I said that the show was powerful. It was powerful for what it was, and I like we said, with the timing and the symbolism, when you can get and look at a lot of things where the message he was going out, and a lot of people are saying like, okay, that wasn't the place for that. This is the Super Bowl where it's supposed to be entertaining. This is that. Like, my mom called me and was asking me like, so what did he mean that they not like us? Like, what did he mean by this? What did this, and really breaking things down for people that really aren't, let's say, Kendrick Lamar listeners or anything like that. And people like, okay, this isn't the platform. And I say, why not? Because right now, if they say he should have saved that for a concert, I don't agree with that, because guess what? The only people that were going to hear that at a concert are people that just support Kendrick Lamar. They had the most views ever in Super Bowl history. So right now, what I'm going to use my platform to get my message out, and no one's going to stop me in doing that. I want them to know what it is and put that out there. That's why I respected it so much. And like that took a lot. Like that was more art than entertainment.
Oh, definitely.
So the art of it, and I'm one of those people like, okay, now I understand what this means. Like the Super Bowl is something that you have to go back and watch again to be like,
they did. It like broke the record for halftime shows on YouTube, and The thing that I really appreciate this past week was the amount of conversation that performance caused in America.
Right.
Because there's white people talking about the performance and trying to decode. There's others that are talking about the symbolism. There are others who, have buried Drake or whatever. But people are talking. And, they're talking about, they're Googling what does 40 acres and a mule mean. They're trying to figure out, and which is fascinating because we as a culture, black oppression or those who would write poetry or whatever, have always written and spoken in a language that is not understood by the oppressor. Even when you go back to slave narrative, when we were meeting and worshiping in secret in the bushfire, and we had drums and we had steps that Master thought was being entertaining, and we were communicating the message. And that's what I saw is those who got it, and those who were kind of looking to be entertained were now you got to talk about the fact that you weren't entertained and what rubbed you the wrong way about you can't deny the facts. You can't deny that it was the biggest one. You can't deny that. So that's what I'm appreciative is that people are talking.
Yeah, and like you said, I'm not to go to just the conversation is what's important. It's making people talk, and then it's like, okay, that the message is out there. What do we do next? You get what I'm saying? What is next? Because that thing, and that's one of the things. It's like, okay, he did that, but now what?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that comes with anything. I mean, like even the work that we do as alphas, and we out here doing. There's always more that we can do. We go out and share all this information, but then after that, how do we keep the ball rolling into making changes and doing things like that? So it starts those conversations. It brings people awareness too that really never knew or never really understood what was really going on. So I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it.
Well, can you all go ahead?
Yeah, Mom.
My proudest moment, really quick. My proudest moment of the halftime was Serena, baby. That right there, knowing that they gave her so much flack for doing it after, her win, and and just to see her just, really, really body it and really it was just a beautiful thing. That was my favorite part.
And then the symbolism behind that because both of them was with Drake.
I don't even think to me that's what I'm talking about.
Protecting what he did to I mean, I get it, but I know you're not thinking about it, but that's in there too. He was with SZA and he was with Serena.
Yeah, both of them up
and
there.
Protecting our black women. This is another part that comes about and comes into it. That's what he's talking about. That's why I mean I understand the Wimbledon thing.
I had to do my research. He had been working with SZA since she started. Way before she even dated Drake. So they had a relationship, a musical relationship from day one. When she first came out. Shout out to SZA, Maplewood, New Jersey. Yes, I felt proud about that part as well. As far as
SZA's dope.
Maplewood, New Jersey. Yes, I felt so
proud. Come on, New Jersey.
Yep. Maplewood,
you know what else was really cool about that performance was the reaction, the folks that got mad, just the mad folks.
It was crazy.
And the outrage was absolute, and it's there was no white performers and and I can't understand this language and how come ACDC?
Yeah.
What they had a record?
You had that. Where did you guys read that?
And if you look, because I remember I told you I was leaving from the show, so I was actually having it playing on the car on the way there. And when I went back to go look, if you go on YouTube or if you look on Facebook posts when they posting it, what are your thoughts? I saw nothing but negative.
Oh wow.
Nothing. And then I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't just for white people too. There was black people in there.
There was a lot of us that were disappointed.
Too, so it wasn't like we was out there. It was like, oh, it's just like no, there's black people. I'm like, yo, y'all. They was like, y'all can miss me with this performance. This drink was trash. I'm like, are you missing?
It definitely wasn't trash. It was
But that you'd
be surprised. I saw some of that too.
And I don't think Lil Wayne wouldn't be able to do anything with that. Like,
they would for the culture, but I think that with the timing, now this I don't know, and I don't think that we'll have black performers anymore after this. Because Fox, the Super Bowl, the committee, they had to go back and apologize. We are sorry for this. This
but because Jay-Z's been running it ever since Jay-Z stepped in. This is what's been going on. So I'm real curious to see who's gonna perform next year. Because I got to do another On the Couch video, and I don't see myself making an AC/DC track for the On the Couch. I don't know.
I don't know any AC/DC. I respect the AC/DC. I know of their songs, a couple of their songs, like from way back.
Way back. Yeah.
I'm like, who? And this was the other argument. They kept arguing, who was Kendrick Lamar, and his library is not popular, he's not mainstream, and this, and that, and the other. Mm-hmm. But rather than go and look up the man's work and find out he's a Pulitzer Award winner, and just his amazing poetic body of work, they would rather take the lazy way and say we don't know anything about this guy and this and that. Yep. He just won what?
5 Grammys.
8 Grammys. I don't know how many Grammys the dude just won.
Yeah.
If you've been under a rock over the last year, the biggest beef has been Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Like, come on, y'all.
And then I respect the art. I respect what they did with it. I respect what he did, and it's more to it.
You have to know about this. Oh, Jesus.
He said, "I'm gonna let y'all know."
But listen, people, to know about this.
You gotta know about Kendrick. Gotta know about Kendrick.
Gotta know about Kendrick.
Gotta know. You gotta be a little woke. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that woke in.
Are you doing I would love to hear your sermon on Sunday.
Yeah. I'm not preaching Sunday, but I do plan on dealing with something that has to do with our cultural identity and just really embracing. This is my last thought on this. Was the reclamation of America. The symbolism of the American flag draped over black bodies that were then divided. The conversation is again reignited about what is American and who is American for that matter. And realizing that Black history is American. There is no American history without Black history. And, I think that conversation being brought to the forefront is a worthy and amazing thing.
No, I definitely agree. Hold on, we're going to see if they got a little technical difficulties. We're going to get Mo back up in here. But yeah, so like I definitely agree. And I'm going to say it was just one of the most powerful performances I've seen. And the message that was given was, like you said, that whole American flag, being built on black people, everything. I'm like, yo, they did their thing. They did their thing. So we got some technical difficulties, but it's all good. We're gonna keep the thing going. We're gonna get Mo back in here, and we'll bring her. I think we got her back. Here she go. There we go.
Wait, so last time we were talking about meals and we were talking about Super Bowl. Did you eat anything good? Anybody eat anything good?
She most said no.
You didn't order a chicken wing or nothing?
I was so sad. I had tacos. I was so sad.
What did I have?
Here. No.
We had some. There was some pasta, shrimp, scampi in there, and you know what was? She made this bean dip. They had this bean barbecue dip. That was crazy. There was some Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. Okay, had the Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. Those joints was rocking. What else was there? You had the wings. You gotta have the wings. Then they had the shrimp tempura. The little shrimp tempura strip. I was like, yeah, I'll take another. I'll take another. Tacos ain't always bad. But it
I like a good taco.
No, on Super Bowl Sunday is the only holiday that we need to have some wings, we need to have some meatballs, we need to have, like we talked about, last show. So I'm really disappointed with my circle right now.
Yep. we're gonna have to talk about them.
What did y'all think about the commercials this year? That used to feel like one of the highlights.
I didn't really get to watch a lot of the commercials because, like I said, I was moving. Y'all have a favorite?
That Shaq and I didn't like it. That Shaq and Kevin Hart commercial, I didn't like it.
Which one was that?
The one where he slammed Kevin Hart against the car.
I didn't say I gotta
him what he'll do to what the people in jail would do to him.
No, I gotta go back. I gotta go back and see that.
I gotta see that one too.
But at least you got to catch the commercials.
Well, somebody sent it to me. I didn't watch it. Somebody sent it to me.
Okay. All right. Well, people, you already know it's that time that our girl Monique, talks to the people. So we got the Ask Monique portion of the show. Monique, take it over. Let them know about the Ask Monique.
Here, Mo. My new boyfriend of 6 months didn't get me anything for Valentine's Day, and I'm pissed. How should I handle this? And am I being petty about this because I want to end it, and I want to end it now?
How long they been together?
6 months.
6 months. 6 months.
And what was the issue?
He didn't get another for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, he didn't get a card. He didn't he almost ignored the day from what I'm reading. 6 months. Now, let me just give my opinion really fast. I kind of feel like they should be we don't talk enough in the dating in the first couple of months. We should be talking about what's important. How we're going to handle holidays, how I feel about my birthday. Because I dated someone who didn't give a daggone about my birthday. And I knew it was over that day. I knew it was over.
You broke up with him on your birthday?
In my head, I did. I knew we weren't going any further. I made him break up with me because I wasn't happy. Yeah. And I didn't know how to express it. I didn't want to seem like a baby, but that's my birthday. So I know Valentine's Day is not a big deal to everyone, but let's at least have a conversation about it.
So what kind of conversation? What are you expecting? You're dating 6 months, right? And now let me ask you this. When I hear dating means you can be dating a whole bunch of people. You can be out dating right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So we will define absolutely.
So what's your expectations in 6 months?
Right. So we will define where we are. If we're dating exclusively, then what are we doing Valentine's Day? Do we celebrate it? Because if we don't celebrate it, I understand, and then I wouldn't be writing this type of letter.
Okay.
Right. So I just feel like whatever level of dating, it should be clear. We need clarity. So that's the part that's missing. I will go back to her and not really blame him and say, moving forward, when you meet someone, you have to set your foundation. Maybe he doesn't celebrate holidays, but you should know this up front. So this way, when we get to those little roadblocks, we know how to handle it. Because is Valentine's Day, so the bottom line, I think, from what I received is Valentine's Day a big deal? To some people, it is.
Is breakup worthy big deal?
But the thing is, you just said breakup worthy, and they're not even together to break up.
No, I didn't say.
Not you.
Oh, I thought they were breaking up. I'm sorry.
No, so what I was saying is my birthday.
Yeah,
that's breakup worthy. Valentine's Day, I think that's just a the lines of communication are not clear. I feel like, we need that's an opportunity for us to talk about it. Would I break up with him? No. Yeah, I do think that's being petty.
You know what, Mo? I think you're onto something, because in my earlier dating stage or whatever, that was one of the conversations that I would have is somewhat of, and not necessarily birthdays and stuff, but Valentine's, just because I felt that it was a day. I don't need a day to express my nurture, care, or concern for another individual, particularly one that is as commercialized and makes money as Valentine's Day. However, I do understand, and I do think, a lot of folk who may grow up with a particular perception or, desire, they want to be able to feel all the feelings on that day or whatever the case may be. So I definitely understand that, but I think you're absolutely right in terms of the communication in the earlier stages and ensuring that everybody has a pretty good, healthy expectation of how people are going to handle sad days.
And what are we doing? What are we doing prior to Valentine's Day? Are we making each other feel special? Are we just kind of like, Bill said, are we just kind of casually dating? So to me, I feel like this is an opportunity for us to talk when we meet someone and we become exclusive. Before you become exclusive, we need to have more conversation, basicly.
So, a lot of folks break up before Valentine's Day so that they don't have to spend that money.
There you go.
I've heard guys say, I've broken up with women before Valentine's Day, and then I'll contact her after. So there's games that's played.
Oh yeah, but then I feel like, and I could be wrong, and there might be guys in men's situations, but I feel like sometimes women set themselves up for I don't want to call it failure, but for almost for failure. Like you're setting yourself up for, you want that. Oh, I want to walk into the room, all the balloons are in there, and the flowers, and the da-da-da. Of course, every woman might want that. But right now, the stage y'all are in, like for me, I'm not giving that if I know I'm not there with you yet. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, okay, Valentine's Day, some people take that. Me personally, I don't really celebrate Valentine's Day like that. So, but that's communicated early, but at the same time, I feel like, all right, once I'm there, you're going to get that love and whatever. You say, what are we doing before? Yeah, we're dating. That's what we're doing. The same love that I'm giving this one day doesn't make or break what I do for you. Because if I've done other stuff, I bought you flowers just because it's Monday. What's the difference of me not buying you flowers today? Or just because it's Valentine's Day, it's like, I got to do it? No.
And I feel like it's a lot of pressure that people don't talk about on Valentine's Day, even for you guys. I think it's a lot of pressure. And a lot of people don't talk about it, but people do have a lot of expectation. Why do you think it's $1 billion business? $1 trillion business.
And who set this? Who made this day to say this is the day where if I don't get you flowers or gifts, then we gonna have problems? Like who made this day that significant for you and I to be able to express love for one another?
Well, I do think I'm glad that is a day that is singled out, because to be honest with you, I think a lot of people are so busy and so consumed with everyday life, with the kids, with work, with school, that sometimes people do. Not everybody, maybe you guys remember every day, but guess what? Not all the guys remember every day. Not all the women remember every day. So I do think that sometimes it is good to have like a reminder that you do, it is good to show a little gesture. But again, it goes back to communication. If I met a guy and he said, well, I don't celebrate those kind of holidays. Okay, well, let's see what you do any other time of the year.
Women have there's great expectations that guys have for women too on Valentine's Day.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Yes, tell me. Please tell me.
That's real.
Tell us.
Have y'all seen some of the memes and the conversation going around what it costs to date, and women who say, I will not date a dude who takes me to say Cheesecake Factory or
which is crazy.
Things have gotten really. I've been out of the dating scene for a while, but I would imagine for those who are able to do those things, there's that conversation about, and ability that goes back to your point about being able to have reasonable expectation, right? Because what would you prefer as a woman? Would you prefer for me to consistently show this love or flowers, like say once a month or whatever the case may be, versus this one day of going all out for the individual? What would you prefer, the consistency or the one day?
Yeah, I would prefer consistency, because I know people who spend buku money on Valentine's Day. They get the whole shebang: balloons, rings, lingerie, and then treat you like crap all year long.
Why? And then my thing is this: why the only time you want to get ahead and put lingerie on has got to be Valentine's Day? You get
your
what I'm saying?
birthday.
Like, come on. Now we getting real. Now we getting real. My thing is this. Now all of a sudden,
This ain't got nothing to do
Valentine's
with
Day.
that lady's letter.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Nah, what about because it's Thursday and you just love on me? You just say, I want to go ahead and be special. And I'm not saying this for all women, but I just feel like people pay so much attention to this day. Like Monique said, there are other days that go, I want to see what else you do all year. You know what I mean? I do believe that you should always be able to show your person, the love and appreciation at all times. But then if you're just expecting, hey, I need this, everything's got to be here all the time, or we got to spend all this money to, like you said, go into certain restaurants. You too good for certain restaurants. That's not my relationship. And then some people be trying to keep up. Go ahead.
What if I told you guys, like, we just meet and I say, I really love flowers and chocolate. Like, I love chocolate covered strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
So what if I say, like, listen, we don't have to, spend hundreds of dollars on Valentine's Day, but I do like flowers and I do like chocolate covered strawberries. So just keep that in mind.
Nah, you know what you just did? You just
What?
told me what to do for you. You're telling, like, my thing is this: if I want to do for you, one thing I do through like the whole relationship, the whole dating thing, I listen to things you talk about. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have those conversations that, okay, I know she likes this, I know she likes that. So now, let's just not say the Valentine's Day. I might go ahead and get something on some surprise joint because I
can't tell. So this is good though. This is good. So I can't tell a guy that I just meet that I like flowers and I like chocolate covered strawberries.
I mean, you can do it, but then it sounds like you sitting there like, I like flowers and chocolate covered strawberry. Valentine's is tomorrow. Like, nah, like, what are you know what I'm saying? Like right now, because now when I get you the chocolate covered strawberries and the thing, it's only because you asked for it. And it's like, oh no, I'd rather pop up. Like, let's say we've talked.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want that heart, right, with all those different
chocolates in it.
I don't want that. I want what I want. I want chocolate covered strawberries.
Yo,
if there's anybody out here, we need send us your link. We need to send Mo some chocolate covered strawberries.
Yo, but see, this is the thing. What if like some chocolate covered strawberries gets delivered to you tomorrow? Like,
what does chocolate covered strawberries get you?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Monique's like, what are you giving him?
The biggest thank you I have. I mean, I go in the package and get the biggest thank you.
I love it.
Yo, chocolate strawberries
that could be a whole good segment, a whole show by itself. Expectations that people have in dating and getting together.
I just want to get ahead and do this because we're kind of here in this situation, and I know somebody, and I was talking to her. I'll be like this at this time. Now let's just be real. We're gonna be a little grown. We ain't gonna get graphic, people. I just want to be grown. When you're dating, right? And as a man, let's say you're pouring, you're taking her out on dates. You're getting her flowers just because y'all have gone to concerts. Y'all doing this, and there's no connection. Like y'all haven't taken it to that next level, and y'all both know y'all like each other. Do you feel like, yo, I've done this and that, I can't get no love? Like, and you're talking like you want, like, this is just real. Like, and I'm not even doing it for the love, but I feel like when you just doing, and then there's no, like the males, we're out here paying for, not saying that they all, because I know women can take care of it, I don't want nobody to shoot me, but like, we're doing this, we're taking them here, we're doing this, and it's just like, oh, okay, thank you. Like, this is what you're supposed to do, and the return is just, the return of my investment isn't really hitting. It's like that's just what's real.
But you know what though? There's a reason for everything. Well, I'm gonna say that there's a reason for everything. And what I've realized is that even though you're doing, you don't know what the person on the receiving end, what state of mind they're in. You don't know, you're doing. It's not always, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not always reciprocated. So
and I think that's one of the problem I feel like in relationships, and when people are trying to build those things, right? Because like when you pour into people, and especially your person, you want them to be able to pour into you the same. You know what I mean? When you have that love for somebody, or you want that, the way I look at you, I want you to get ahead and be reciprocated, and you can get ahead and give that back in return.
So here's the thing. You could be that type of guy, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong on this. You have two people who are meeting that comes from two different situations, two different backgrounds. We don't know what she's been through. We don't know what he's been through, but they're, they meet, and maybe he is pouring on hard. That could be the type of brother he is. Maybe that's just who you are.
Yeah.
It's not that you're doing it because, oh, Monique is so wonderful. Oh, so and so was so wonderful. I've met brothers that are just good brothers. Whoever they meet, they're gonna get all the love and all the kisses. So in a way, it's like that's cute and all, but timing is also important as well.
Correct.
Is important, and getting to know if that's where I am before you go pouring out.
But you don't feel like they should be doing nothing? Like, I'm not saying right in the beginning, you got to meet your level, because I always say you can't expect people to do as you do. You know what I mean? But it gets to a certain point, you be like this. Now I feel like I'm looking stupid and being taken advantage of. Like, and there's women out there that do that. They will sit here and just take
brothers. It's brothers that whoever they see, whoever they talk to on the phone, they sending them flowers. They sending them. They doing this. That's the type of brother you are. Slow down.
Slow down. So is that too fast? That's too fast for you?
No, but I'm saying, like, don't make it seem like I'm doing all this for you. Nah, bro, you do it for everybody. Everybody get it.
Yeah, I mean, he got money, because
don't come and make me feel like, oh, I'm doing all this for you and you should be doing. No, this is what you do.
Okay. No, I hear you. Well, people, listen, y'all,
being a player is expensive.
And look, this is real. Well, people, if y'all want to ever send in any emails and send any questions for the Ask Mo portion, y'all can send it in to Save the Sunday Podcast at billionairecomedy.com, and we will go ahead and read those right here. If y'all got any situations, y'all got any ish, or anybody that y'all wanted to come to the altar, y'all can send it in to Save This Sunday Podcast at billionairecomedy.com, and make sure you follow us on all platforms. Save the Sunday Pod on all platforms. All right.
And make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, or to share.
All the comments, yes.
Oh, we love it. We love it. But people, we got some time for some ish, all right? And this ish is real. And I really want to, I never got to really sit down with a pastor about this ish. And it's great that my brother's here, because I want to bring it up, because people see I talk about it in my comedy, and I want to see what's up. So, Pastor, sometimes, a friend of mine has cancer, okay? And, he happens to take this medication that's legal now out here called marijuana. And, I feel like the church folk judge the people that partake in the Lord's flower. I'll call it the Lord's flower, okay? And I just want to hear your take, because like this has been something that has stopped people that I know from even going to church, because they feel like people are looking at crazy at them because they smoke weed. So what is your viewpoint of your congregation, your people that want to come to church? But look, I partake in the weed, whether it's for medication, recreation. What's your view on this ish right here?
Thank you, Billy, for spotlighting this issue and putting me on the hot seat.
Got to talk about it.
Well, my initial thoughts are first that within the state of New Jersey, it is legal, so that that off the bat lets us know that people have the range to partake and participate in the consumption of marijuana the same way they have the right to participate in the consumption of alcohol or any other sort of legal substance that they may want to do. So the fact that it's legal indicates and means that we live in a society that we will have to, by law, accept individuals and accept the things that come along with that. And so I think there's been such a stigma on marijuana usage and what we're seeing now in terms of the legalization and the economics of it and the restorative justice that's coming along, the amount of information that is out here that we did not have, I'm assuming, 10, 15, 20 years ago, before a lot of the legislation has passed. And so, but you're dealing with, different generations, and you're dealing with different individuals and cultures who may or may not, some refer to it as the devil's lettuce. If I'm talking to, my mother and her generation, they smoke joints, in terms of, her generation. And then, of course, now you have the young people, and, you can get pre-rolls and all this other good stuff. So, times have really changed. And, but the church is always last to really move with the times or change. I know a pastor in Atlanta that was actually looking at legislation to for their church to purchase acres where they would begin to cultivate the plant and work with the University of Georgia down there. So, you know, there are numerous conversations that are taking place now, even in the faith space, as it pertains to the Lord's flower, as you call it. But I think people are still getting used to and adjusting, you know, psychologically to the idea of it being mass consumed. And so it used to be a time where, you know, people would do it in their homes. And I would assume that people still do it in their homes and, you know, not necessarily out in the street. But, man, sometimes I'll be walking around in New York City and, you know, you turn around the corner, man, that thing will hit you right in the face. And by the time you get to wherever you're going, you'll be right. So
yeah, there you go. You get that contact.
You know, but I've been at events for the church, not saying my church, but I've been at faith events, and you know, you might walk by and catch some cologne, with somebody who has participated, and my whole thing is, you know, and Scripture talks about, you know, being a stumbling block, you know, and not being a stumbling block to somebody else's faith. And so if I feel like, you know, I'm going to be disruptive to somebody else, i.e., if you're going to do it, you know, keep in mind that, you know, the scent does follow you, no matter how much cologne you put on, and you know, it might offend somebody else. But I mean, in terms of the theology behind it, there is no real theology that says, you know, this is not something for you not to consume. I do know and think that there are still some studies that are being done, and we'll still see some of the effects of this in terms of our society on a mass level. But you know, for now, you know, I think that it's something that really helps people. It really helps to relegate and to stimulate appetites. I mean, I'm just sort of
it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of people look at and like they don't even look at the benefits that it does have for, you know, people, and it's the ways being consumed and stuff like that. And this is honestly medicine for certain people. You know what I'm saying? That helps them get through to certain things. It's just being that open place. Now, my thing is, even for myself, it's like, okay, if I'm gonna do it, I still have to do it in a respectful place. You know, I don't want to get and go and be like, he's all loud, you know, about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you want to respect it to the best of your ability when you go out. But then I don't want that to be something that stops somebody from coming and receive the word.
No, you know, absolutely not. That should not.
And that's one of the biggest things. But go ahead, Mo. What you got to say, Mo?
I have a resolution.
What's up?
I'm not a smoker, so and I'm not talking about this from a judgmental place. Hear me out.
Okay.
I think because you can't get it, like, you know, like Pastor Page said, you can't get away from the smell, right? It's something that lingers in your clothes. You can smell it. And I don't know if you're smoking it due to medical. I don't know if you're smoking it for anxiety. I don't know if you're smoking it because leisure. But I think when you come to church, you should wear a wristband.
Yo, she's segregating the church. All the weed heads over there.
Love it.
No, I'm not saying separated. I'm just saying.
I smoke.
At first, I was gonna say, you know, the pastor should be asking people that smell like that, let me see your medical card. Let me see your weed medical card. Maybe that's pushing it. So what you can do is have everybody who smokes it for medical reasons wear their medical weed band. Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Any pastors that's watching this, reach out to me and I'll help you to get together and start doing your weed bands for the church.
Wait, what would that do? So the people with the weed band, would they be able to, you know, after altar call, after altar?
Yeah, like, look, he got an excuse. It was like he got an excuse to smoke. It's for medical reasons. He's supposed to be high. I'm telling that is hilarious. But people, listen, if y'all got some ish or y'all want to go ahead and speak on this, please leave us a comment. Let us know how you feel and when it comes to that. But that is hilarious. But people, before we get out of here, we gotta go ahead and do our come to the altar. So Pastor Page, bring us to the altar. Who we bringing to the altar today?
Listen, when you hear Proud Boys, what comes to mind? I bet it wasn't a black church in D.C.
Not at all.
What comes to mind when you hear the word Proud Boys?
Come on now, you already know. We the riots, not the riots. We
January 6th.
Yeah, come on. You know
January
what it is.
6th, showing up, thinking big tough, all that good stuff in MAGA. Well, listen, we've seen words and symbols get hijacked before. But this time, the church has flipped the script. In a historical context, how certain words, phrases, and symbols have been misused and redefined over time. What happened is, during a riot, January 6th, the Proud Boys showed up at a AME church, black AME church in D.C., and decided that they wanted to deface and vandalize their signage. Of course, the church would not be silent about this and took the Proud Boy organization to court. They won court, and the original judgment was for the organization to pay a restitution for the sign of $36,000. Because the Proud Boys are proud, as their name suggests. They did not pay the $36,000. The leader said that we will not do this, etc. And another civil court judgment came down where they were ordered to pay $1 million. Do you think that the Proud Boys, as the name suggests, proud, would pay this $1 million restitution to this black church? They did not.
Not at all.
Another judgment came down, and this time a black DC judge said, since you chose not to pay the $36,000 for the sign, since you chose not to pay the $1 million civil suit, we have now decided to take your name, business, and rights, and everything that's ownership under that entity, and we are going to give it to this black church. We talked about reclamation earlier and reclaiming who is American and the American flag. The Proud Boys organization name, membership dues, all that good stuff is now owned by the black church. Can you talk about a black history moment, a God moment, a moment where God shows up and reclaims something that was meant for evil has now been made for good?
Come on now. Look, who proud now?
We could be proud now,
right?
So we want to welcome all those Proud Boy members who lost their name, and who are now searching for a new identity to come to the altar, because at the altar, Jesus says this: "I can make all things brand new."
Come on now.
Come on home and get a new name.
Come on now.
Let God reclaim you.
Good. That's a whole word. That's a sermon.
Look, see, we got to get ahead and give a round of applause for that. we got to give a round of applause. I don't think nobody else is talking about it. I don't think anybody else.
You gotta have a good Black History month. Black
History moment. That is definitely needed. The Black History moment is definitely
black. Kids of the Mark, come on.
Yeah.
This is what a time to be alive. Because the government's nuts right now, right? So we might as well.
It was like this. They done it again. God, we thought we had them, and that's the thing. We thought we had them, and we dropped the ball. There's ways. I didn't know you can do that. They can do that. I didn't know they can actually.
You know what? There was another example of that. There was a Rudy Giuliani went to court with the ladies who he defamed. Then actually they were part of MAGA as well, and he had defamed these two ladies out of Georgia about voter fraud. Right? They go to court, and the judge orders Giuliani to pay them, and he decides he doesn't want to pay as well. And ultimately, the judge awarded to these two women his condo in New York and all the rest of his estate in order to pay. Look, the courts don't play. Now, you can be racial all you want. You can sit here and you cannot like me because of the color of my skin. You can have all this white supremacy inside of you all you want.
Yeah.
Whatever. But when you go to the court, the lady of justice that has the bandana on and who's holding up the scales,
yes,
skin color though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's just try to do right. You know, I don't understand this insatiable appetite for white supremacy in this country.
That's real. Mo, you got something to say on that, Mo? You got?
Well, I want to bring to the altar the young lady that went over to Pakistan.
Oh yes.
Talk about it, Mo. Talk about it.
I want to bring her to the altar. In a good way, though. You know, I have two feelings about that. I feel like, you know, I want to be that bold and courageous.
I love it.
Man, listen. She said she needs $2,000 for her pockets. I love her. I love the boldness in her. On the flip side, it's like that lady. That lady was not playing with a full deck, and I'm gonna tell you why.
She represented New York well.
She did.
You know where she was from.
What threw me off is that 1 minute she would be real nice, the next minute she was like, you know, telling them to shut up. So it was like that's the only part that really was like. But I guess to do something that bold, you got to be a little off.
Look, yeah.
To do something that bold, you got to be just a tad bit off. But I respect how they treated her. And Cooper, what was his name? Cooper?
Don't get me lying.
I don't know, but yeah.
The guy that was in the green robe.
Oh, yeah.
Be quiet. You talk too much. That whole episode, I'm gonna tell you something. That thing had me hollering. You hear me? So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, what was her name again?
I don't know.
I think it was Anaji or Anaj or something.
Johnson.
Oh my goodness! You know what's
amazing? Johnson.
What was it?
What is it?
I don't know. I don't know her name, but he said some Johnson. Just had to be.
Anaji Johnson.
The American lady that went over to Pakistan, that was over there. She went over there to meet. She had met a guy online, and then when she got over there, I guess the guy was like, "No, you know, I'm not interested. I thought you were someone else." So she ended up staying over there and just causing all kind of havoc. But they treated her with such respect that I admire. So now everybody's trying to get to Pakistan. Everybody want to go to Pakistan now. They treated her like a queen. Like she could have ran for president against Trump and won.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Monique about to do. Look, now or never talk about the top of Pakistan. Okay, now or never in Pakistan. Monique Latise. Okay, we speaking it.
Guys,
okay.
Hey, listen.
When I say everything Pakistan, I ain't gonna go into details because it ain't your business. But I wanted to see what was really good in Pakistan. You feel me? And I know their numbers went up because I was looking up everything.
Yeah, Monique, look, I found an Airbnb. Okay.
Yo, she had me cracking up when she told the government that I need this dough to fix this city because it is trash.
He was like, I need 100,000.
I need it.
You know, fix this place up, and I need 20,000 for my pockets. I love that energy.
Yo,
I loved it too.
That's what you call know your worth, right? She said, "Look, if I'm gonna ask you, never be scared to ask." You know,
it's amazing what we can do with our iPhones where we are, man.
What?
For those who are content creators, I certainly applaud just to be able to capture everything that goes on a day-to-day basis, man. That was a great series.
It really was. It really was.
No, that's definitely.
Yeah, we'll bring her to the altar, and all those who may have had some negative comments about her. You know, I read it, through the thread, there was some mental health, that brought to light some mental health.
And it may have been.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. That woman was living her best life.
Best life.
Best life.
She was Sabana. Here's Sabana.
yo, but then, the internet is undefeated because then they started making little cartoons with it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then
I've seen babies. I've seen little babies with the eyebrows.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. But I needed that laugh. Honestly, I was up all night watching her. Like I was just going crazy. Thank you, internet. Thank you for just constantly keeping us entertained. You don't even need television no more when you got your phone. Honestly,
at all. You definitely don't need that. You definitely don't need that. But people, we appreciate y'all, coming in and bringing everybody to the altar. We hope you enjoyed, the show today. And I need y'all to do us a favor. Please do us a favor and follow us, subscribe, follow us on all platforms. Okay,
please do. Yes.
Share the reels. You got any suggestions? We open to taking them. There's a lot of growth that we have here with the show. This is our 3rd episode. We still got things.
Kudos to that.
Yeah, we made it to 3 episodes.
Come
y'all.
on.
We moving. Black History Month. We coming in Black History strong.
Folks
I'm proud of you.
Something don't carry on through it. So
yeah. So and just to be able to have this platform to go ahead and have these real conversations, and and people, we want y'all to go ahead and really send in those real things that happen to y'all, things that y'all might want to talk with when it comes to your faith, and some of the struggles that everything don't have to be funny and stuff. It can be real stuff. You're looking for some true advice. We definitely gonna give you the let's say our side, and then Pastor can go ahead and show you what it looked like in the Word. So we definitely need this platform to definitely do that. But people, make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. You see our names here because you can stay in the loop with us. Find out what shows that we have going on. Me and Monique got shows on. I know Pastor got different things going on at the church. And guess what? He said we got the merch. You see that show? To save this Sunday podcast. Y'all want some of that merch? Let us know because we get ahead and put you on. All right. But on behalf of your boy Bill,
I need a tank top. We can't call them wife beaters no more. I need a tank top.
Tank top. He said I need a tank. You know what I'm saying? Look, we getting that summer body ready. I'm getting it ready. We get the summer body ready. So I'm
y'all gonna get this body. Y'all gonna get this body. I'm not setting myself up. See, that's the thing with force. I'm not setting myself up.
Mo, and this body, listen, Mo's body's bodying, okay? Because we ain't gonna talk about that show. But Mo, Mo out here says, get it, sis, you better. And make sure y'all go ahead and get Mo some chocolate covered strawberries. That's what she needs. So if y'all can go ahead and take her, because at this point, y'all know what she want, and she want it now. Okay, y'all know what she wants. She want it now. But please, people, go ahead. If you missed any of this, you can go back and catch it on Inspired Living Network. We got the reruns on there, or you can catch us on YouTube on our YouTube page. Save This Sunday Pod. We appreciate y'all on behalf of your boy Bill the Billionaire, Pastor Page, and Monique Latise. We are out of here. We will see y'all next week. Have a blessed week and keep it safe, y'all. We'll talk to y'all. Peace.